Father in heaven, you gotta love it. Hey, look, if you see the smiles on our faces, it is because the pre-show is so real. It is real and in full effect. Look, welcome to the full 94 here on ATMB Sports. We are here in full effect. I got Sports Talk with C. I got your boy Wildress, Mr. Teddy Farrell, and Julius Jew underscore chasing dreams. We here in the building. Family, how are y'all feeling?
I'm still not calling that man Juice, and I'm ready to share it with the producer.
I got the juice right now, man. I got the juice, especially with these topics today. I'm good, man. I'm feeling good, feeling
that
great.
Juice stay watered down and expired.
I'm Hawaiian punch. What you trying to say, bro?
I love it. Hey, well, excuse me, fellas, as I interrupt your conversation and make sure that I get to talk to the WNBA media member here on the show. Can you please grace us? What is happening in your world?
I'm tired, guys. Today was Connecticut Sun Media Day. I got to chop it up with, all 14 players. So go check out Sports Talk with C for some content. And my allergies are kicking my butt. But other than that, your girl is feeling great.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Well, just tell me how it's doing down in the dirty South. You further south than myself, sir. So I gotta call it. Can I even call y'all dirty down there?
I'm Florida, so it's pretty disgusting. I'm chilling, man. I'm tired. I'm sleepy. It's sundress season, of course. You know what I'm saying? I had some tangerine juice today. I got to talk to a couple Jones. I got complimented on my skin. It's a regular Monday.
It's a regular Monday. And what I did notice is I saw you on Twitter liking females that was what's wrong with a big dude? I saw that.
Because she complimented me on my picture, and when she complimented on my picture because she had a phone, they was like, "Oh, who is that?" And I was like, "Well, let me introduce myself." You know what I'm saying? So
I gotta love it.
Did you let them know that it's because you drink Wakandan water?
Well, I bathe in Wakandan water, but I drink the finest juices. That you
I'm not doing this. I'm not. Drew, what's going on, bro? How's Chicago feeling,
bro? I'm ready to get into it, dog. It's been exciting.
Oh, wow.
Week. Been an exciting week, man. So
he's always so aggressive.
Let's talk about it, man. Y'all gotta stop calling me aggressive, man.
What I do love is how clear that solo shot looked. Holla at your boy. Let's get to let's hop right into it then, man. Now we watched this team. We watched Denver go up 2-0 on the Suns. Suns win the last two games. Jokic puts up 53. Durant and Booker end up combining for 70. Tell me, the question is, have the Suns found their stride? That's the question. Now, Will, you had a very, very nice take there in pre-show. Tell me how you feel about that. 2 games up. Won the last 2 games. Now they're finding their stride. They figuring out each other, put Book and Durant together. What does that combination look like?
Book and Durant figured each other out, but the rest of that team is horrible. That's trash, bro. Like horrible. Like DeAndre Ayton is like tall for no reason. And I don't understand it because I be supporting DeAndre Ayton. You know what I'm saying? Caribbean brother. Yeah. He gets on the court. And I don't understand. Like, I feel like at this point it's mainly because he doesn't want to be there and not because he's not good. Maybe it's just disconnect with the team. But 8 points and 8 rebounds, they're not doubling Jokic. They're not doing anything. Jokic is out there moving slow as molasses, giving you 50. Like it's really like no tomorrow. And I don't get it. I don't understand how this team at this point can be a championship team. Chris Paul is out. So you basically got Devin Booker running and gunning, having to play the point guard also. Yeah. I get that it's 2 superstars that are going to make the team, but I think the only other person who was in double figures was Landry Shamet. And how many times is he going to do that in a 7-game
Exactly. Yeah, that's what he's not going to do that.
I feel it.
So it's like when you look at that and when you look at the fact that Denver had 6 people in double figures and Jokic scored 53 and they still didn't win.
Crazy. Are we just saying that the combination of Booker and Durant is just too crazy to overcome?
I hate to say it, but and I already know Julius is gonna go crazy over this. The strongest team right now in the Western Conference is the Lakers.
Wow.
That's
Take
I
a minute.
don't want that, bro.
That's
Julius,
pretty. That's
Julius,
I don't want it.
Julius, be quiet, be quiet. Moment of
We the
silence.
weakest.
That's pretty. That's pretty. If we're being honest, that's pretty disappointing. Because how many times you gonna tell me? Are you gonna believe that Dennis Schroeder is a championship point guard? You're not.
He pisses me off every time.
He's a backup
I
point
mean,
guard.
if he,
No.
yeah, he a backup, bro.
But it's when it comes to that, you just don't know what Dennis you're going to get. That's the problem that I have with Dennis. Because I'm like, all right, is he going to give me Dennis that's going to turn the ball over, make bad decisions? Or is he going to be the Dennis that gets in, plays defense, make good decisions? That's the problem I have with Dennis Schroeder. So I don't know about that backup point guard because he's sometimey, just like with Shamit. Are we going to get a game that we seen him have yesterday?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, look, let make sure we'll keep it there. I want to see like what does that really look like. We're moving into Lakers going up 2-1 on the Warriors, right? Mm-hmm. So does that are we saying the Suns? We're going to see the Suns in the Western Conference, and the Lakers are better than this team?
No,
I say we're gonna see the Suns definitely in the Western Conference Finals. They definitely finding their stride.
Yeah,
Devin Booker on a historic run right now.
Facts.
All that man know is assassinate right now. Score.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
No, seriously,
it really seemed like no Chris Paul has been the answer, and that's crazy to me because now
I hear you.
Paul got to come back and try to find a way to play fast with them, man. He
gonna slow the offense down. Yeah. Chris Paul's a half court. He's a half court guy. That's what he does.
If Mans didn't play so dirty, I would feel bad with how things are going for him right now because that's not. I mean, that's disappointing. Like for Chris Paul to literally have the player that he literally needed to be able to do all this, and shout out to the producer for having Mikal Bridges still on the Phoenix joint, but whatever. Devin Booker plays great. My question is what happens with this consistently? Right now, he's turning up, he's playing amazing, but then we always still have questions about Devin Booker. If you look at every team left in these playoffs, there's one glaring question where you're just like, can this team really be a championship team? I think that's great for the NBA, but as a fan of each team, you're pulling your hair out some days because you don't know. The Lakers look strong, but it depends on what Sesame Street game AD is playing as far as the number of the game when is he going to show up.
We go talk about
what's up, man?
Bro, I think
the
Denver Nuggets are the toughest test for the Suns right now. I think if they get past them, we a bad matchup for the Suns.
Yeah,
just because they got two, forwards, shooting guards that can give you 30, 40.
Well, let's talk about that because we got to get past the Warriors first. Look, this is still a championship team coming off a chip. Like this, we still got some strides to take. Starting with the game tonight, if we can go up 3-1 before we go back to San Fran, that'll be a definite move in the right direction. See, tell me, that's your boy. That's Brian. Talk to me about Brian going up 2-1. What does it look like? How you feel about the series?
He better not ever do that ever again. Not shooting in the first half. I understand that he wanted to get the team involved, but no, not with the team as the Warriors.
I feel that.
Like, because they're not gonna be a bad team every single time.
Yeah, that's a real.
Like that's just not gonna happen. And Steph Curry's not gonna go out and he looks so pissed for him, but they're not gonna go and do that every time. I need Brown at least to get, take 2 or 3 shots, not 0, and AD.
Say it slow, Steve. Say his slow.
He had a good game. We got to show him love.
It's not about not having a good game. I need it for 2 games in a row, not on odd games.
That's a fact.
I need it 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5.
You ain't lying.
That man said he ignores social media. I'm sure you do, big dog.
And then told
Reed. Do it. Hey, and you ignore games on even days too.
Bro, this is the thing. Now I want to make sure we put this into perspective as well. Defensively, he was great that whole Memphis series. Offensively is what we didn't get off and on. He still in that series ended up with 26 blocks. He was averaging over 4 games. So Defensively, he's there. Offensively is where we need him to be if we're going to be a championship team. So you're looking at Bron, Schroeder, D'Lo, Austin Reeves, like these players who are going to have to be consistent off of
Yes.
coming off of the bench.
Nice.
And you're going to have to be. Those are our X factors. We know we're going to get from Bron. We don't know what we're going to get from
AD.
Davis every game.
And my thing is like, if you're not, I get you want to shoot from your, the mid range, but it's like stay in the. If that shot's not falling, what was it? Game 3, that shot was just not falling. My thing is like, get a dunk or something.
Big facts.
Get an offensive rebound. Like I just don't understand. Like I don't get it. It's like your shot's not falling. Yeah. You want to go to the 3-point line. I know that's what you used to do, but it's not working. Dominate on them.
Advocate, this is a lot of the reason why you see older players or why you see people who love the older generation say that a lot of these players would not last. Because whether you like it or not, Kobe would go 3 for 855. And he's still shooting the ball unless you make him mad, which Kobe will literally show you, and he showed you in the one game against Phoenix. But that's the thing. Like, that's the frustrating part about LeBron over his career for me. Like, LeBron literally could be the greatest of all time. But if you look at certain moments, okay, no, he's not. No, he's not.
We're not doing this right now. We're not.
Right. He literally could be. But when you look at these moments where you're like, yo, where are you at? What are you doing? Like, why are you faltering, bro? Like, you literally should be like, fam, you have Dennis Schroeder as your point guard. How are you not shooting the ball into the second quarter? And Julius is just like, oh, yeah, because this is how it's supposed to be. No, it's not. Shut up.
Now, first of all, you're talking about Kobe Bryant in his prime, and you compare him to LeBron James in year 20. He still came out, gave you 20 points and double-digit rebounds.
I don't want to hear nothing about
understanding. He is not Kobe Bryant. He's not Michael Jordan. He's LeBron James.
Because LeBron in his 20th year goes out the window.
That's what I'm trying to tell you,
he has a great game.
You compare somebody who's in their prime.
You take that for somebody else.
Somebody who's in year 20.
LeBron in his 20 years.
Kobe would have shot.
Hey, okay, all right. We get it.
$1 million on his body.
I'm not even trying to hear what you're talking about, Chris.
And they won the game. That's what LeBron care about. He won.
Nah,
I know, but we a shot, like not to go for zero shots, like that can't happen.
When is that ever? It's never happened. Let's not.
I think that he's
putting like this is consistent. Anthony Davis has
to play well for them to win.
He's making excuses for this man not shooting.
I'm not making an excuse, but he understands that his best player on the team has to play well.
Yo, he's not.
You're lying.
It's the playoff. He's the leader of the team.
I want to see LeBron shoot the basketball, bro.
He's not.
I want to see LeBron shoot.
Matter of fact, Will, I'm gonna start with you on it. I'm gonna start with you because we got to go on to the next topic. First off, I also want to throw out shout out to one of my brothers, Chris. You a liar, and stop commenting on my show. Stop. They're not spitting facts. I still love you though. Hey, James Harden of Old. Will, I'm gonna start with you because this is your team. You first, as the game ended, you did the Denzel slap on the desk to the chat. Why can't he do this for 7 games? Tell me, yes. And I got to expose some of our chat. It's absolutely hilarious. Tell me what you're feeling like. Look, this is 2 games. He's AD with a beard. Like, talk to me. What's going on?
It's frustrating because if James Harden could do this for 7 games every series, we are literally the number 1 team in the Eastern Conference.
He really got to do it for 4 games.
There's nobody who can stop us when they're both like. If you look at it, like they were talking about, Al Horford held Joel Embiid in check. Bro, he had 34 and 13 on one leg, and Al Horford was hand checking the whole third quarter. Joel ain't played in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
What James Harden is doing is crazy. Now, the one thing I will say is Boston's game plan is trash because why you would pull Jaylen Brown off of James is crazy. Like he's literally annihilating y'all team, and you're pulling him off to put Marcus Smart on there so Marcus Smart can try to catch a charge or throw a dramatic, I don't know what else, whatever he does. I love to see it. I love to see the motivation in James. Maybe little baby got to show up every other game and, do the eyes of him or whatever. But I personally believe if we can do this for 3 more games, we're going to the finals.
So let's speak about this moment because the next topic we'll get into the last comment you just made. So I'm gonna save that to the next topic. However, the moment that everybody is talking about is the PJ Tucker in his ear, right? Role player, solid, just vet, just does what he's supposed to do, comes to work every day.
Mhm.
Now, I'm going to push back on that, and I want to get your thoughts. Julius, I'm going to ask you, because I'm sure I know where Will's going to go with the answer. My question to you is, in that moment, after Joel played the way he played, right? MVP of the league, I do have some type of feeling about PJ having to do that to the MVP of our league, right? Like I said, our league, like I'm in the NBA. No, I'm speaking into existence of our league. So my question is like, as much as I love the moment, I love players like PJ Tucker coming in and doing what he's supposed to do as a vet on the team. Also, at the moment, I feel like what was going on with Joel, because in that play before, it's kind of like a subtle force shot. I'm gonna kind of shoot it because I can do it. It wasn't banging and going back and forth. Hence the fact PJ had to come to his ear and be like, "Look, bro, act like you know who you are. Act like you know you're the MVP, and let's play for real." And they end up winning the game, which I'm glad about that. But does that say anything to you about the mentality that Joel has going into the rest of the series?
I don't think it says anything negative to me about his mentality. I just think sometimes that stars get lost in the game plan, and in the game. You always gonna have a veteran on your team that's gonna remind you if you stinking it up or if you need to pick it up.
Yeah,
Kobe had Fisher, Braun had UD, Udonis Haslam. And right now they got PJ Tucker, and that's what PJ brought to that team, championship DNA. He knows, how to spot when a player not playing up to his ability, and pep talk him up, man. Turn it up, let's go. And Harden ended up picking up the slack. It's what a lot of teams need when your superstar is not playing well. Yeah. But I think moving forward, Embiid is going to remember that conversation, and in Game 5, it might be them stealing one in Boston and coming back and closing it out in Game 6. They got a real chance to get to
I really feel like we got to put this thing on tape. You got Will talking good about the Lakers. You got Julius talking good about the 76ers.
But I just think that since we're talking about this series, that's what Marcus Smart was to Boston, and he's not doing that anymore. He's trying to be the it guy, trying to shoot the last shot. And that's not what you do. Yeah. That is not what you do, Marcus. That's exactly. You're the guy, you're the dog on the team. You're the one that plays defense. You're the one that gets your team riled up in moments. Like, you should be in Tatum's ear, like, bro, go for this shot. What are you doing? It's time to win. We got to get this win. Like, that's what you're supposed to be doing on your team. That's what Marcus Smart should have been doing in either Brown's ear or in Tatum's ear in that moment to get the win.
Are you surprised JT don't take that last shot?
Oh, I was absolutely surprised. Like, what are you doing? Marcus Smart is not the it guy.
Made that thing.
It was just too late.
It was too late.
Yeah,
I mean, too much dribbling.
That's JT's game.
You should have went straight to the basket. Got some contact, something.
Yeah.
What was you doing?
I feel it.
Analytics ruin the game, man. They tell players now to take the time down, so if you make it, they don't have
that's so stupid. Don't run time. Go down, get an easy basket. Gotta go for a 2-for-1 or something.
Put the guys in other pressure. I feel that. Now let's move on to the other Eastern Conference game.
Who's up right now?
About. It's on right now. Yeah.
Who's up right now?
Oh, I didn't even look at it.
The Heat up by 8.
Oh, I can't wait.
So tell me this: Are we gonna see? Now I'm sure Will just got something to say about this. But can you see the Miami Heat in the NBA Finals?
Yes.
Tell me why you feel like that, because the teams that we're talking about at the beginning of the season, it was Philly, it was Boston, it was Milwaukee, who's gone. Like, now that we're looking at this, like, what does it really feel like that we're seeing the Miami Heat do what they're supposed to be doing and coming through the Eastern Conference like they are?
Because what I'm seeing in these, not in the West, because clearly they've been blowouts, but in the East in these past few games, they've been like dogfights. So I just feel as though that in these the Heat have that dog in them. Jimmy is a dog all the time. So that's what's going to get them to go to the finals. Yeah. And we did see him in the Eastern Conference Finals, and I think he's playing with a chip on his foot, and I think he's tired of just being counted out.
I feel that. I mean, this is to me, and I think even mom's giving us love, telling us to score. This is my thing. Like, are we looking? Did I expect the Heat? Like, I didn't expect the Heat coming in on the AFC.
But I think that's the problem.
The part of them, like, they're underestimated.
Yeah,
Injuries all season,
and they still having injuries. And look,
bro, they done had some chips fall their way too, though. Yeah. Even though they got injuries too.
Can I just say I got laughed at for saying that the Heat could beat the Bucks, but I'm not gonna say that about that.
I mean, I would laugh. I would still laugh if we were, a few weeks ago.
If I didn't know Giannis was gonna get injured, I would laugh still.
If I'm being honest, I don't think Giannis would have made a difference like that.
I mean, those 2 games do make a difference, though.
But he made a difference, but he wasn't guarding Jimmy.
I'll give you
that wasn't in their game plan.
Listening to the coach, that's why he's gone now.
I don't think. Whoa, wait a minute.
I mean,
right.
Just saying.
Whoa, that was wild.
I don't think people take Jimmy Butler or Eric Spoelstra serious enough when it comes to this playoff stuff. Eric Spoelstra, in my mind, is the best coach remaining. Honestly, to me, he's the best coach in the league. If I could have any coach, it would be Eric Spoelstra. Eric Spoelstra knows how to make.
That's a big.
He knows how to make.
That's a big statement.
He knows how to make the right adjustments.
I'll give you that.
He literally plays with the team that he has. That team knows exactly what they're doing in that front office from beginning to end. Eric Spoelstra is a basketball genius, and when you look at where he came from, he comes from the tutelage of the Pat Riley tree. Eric Spoelstra is the best coach in this league. Whether they have the talent or not, that team is always in it.
Talk about it. I ain't mad at it.
I'm gonna have to go Ty Lue, but I'm gonna say absolutely not for the Heat going to the finals, man.
Absolutely not.
Either of the team. I don't think they beat Philly or Boston next round without Tyler Hero. Unless Hero miraculously heal up and come back, then they got a chance.
He was looking real heroic in that colorful hat I had on 2 nights ago.
They good, man, but I don't think they can beat y'all.
It's about matchups.
Yes, Ty Lue. What are you saying about Ty Lue?
I think they beat Boston. I don't think they beat Philly, but I also think that Boston is a team that can keep Philly from the championship. So it's literally like this playoffs has been great because it's literally about matchups completely.
You stop it right now. Yeah. Wouldn't have made a difference at all. This is a former MVP, 2-time defensive player of the year. He has to make a difference.
But you have to look at how Drew Holiday played. They didn't play Jay Crowder. You have to look at
Jay Crowder thing made no sense.
Bobby Portis didn't give what he usually gives.
I agree with
the series. The only person who played consistently was Brook Lopez.
Chris didn't give what he did. Chris didn't.
Almost defensive player of the year. Shout out to Julius.
I think Chris Middleton probably going to be in Toronto or Dallas next year.
Nothing.
Chris, so it wasn't
talking about Chris.
Girl. Yeah,
you ain't lied. Let's talk about, since we're talking about that and we're talking about a former MVP and defensive player. Before we move on to the next joint, we want to make sure we get this halftime stuff in. Any last thoughts? We talk about the Heat being in the final before we move on.
Not happening.
I miss Jimmy Butler. Jimmy, come home.
I enjoy watching him play, but I don't think he got it.
That's a big fact. I think when you look at that squad, and this will be the last thought for me. I think when you look at that squad and you talk about a dog, right? You talk about a team full of TJ Tuckers, right? Jimmy Butler to me is the piece that makes that engine go. How they chose, I do apologize to Will and what could have been, because how you choose Tobias over Jimmy makes no sense to me whatsoever. But that energy and the way that Jimmy plays basketball rubs people the wrong way. And if you're not in the right culture, say it again.
It was Ben Simmons.
Yeah. Oh, okay. They chose Ben over him?
Ben wanted the ball in his hands.
Yeah.
Brett Brown wanted to run the ball through Jimmy Butler, and they decided to appease Ben Simmons because they feel like Ben Simmons had a better upside. Ultimately, everybody's going to say Tobias because Tobias got the contract because they felt like Tobias was the better complementary piece to Ben Simmons, which is why JJ Redick didn't get the contract. Now he be on TV lying every other week.
Nah, you spin facts, man.
I like JJ, man. When you look at that squad, Jimmy's in the perfect place at the perfect time to make this whole thing work. So shout out to
They
the
can win
Miami
the chip.
and what they got going. I wouldn't even be surprised that Hard-Nosed team and the way Jimmy playing playoff Jimmy is real.
If they get Boston, if it's Miami Boston, Miami going to the finals.
That's a take right there. Look, check it out. Continue to keep watching. Let's hear the full 94 on MTMV Sports. This is halftime. Check out the word from our sponsor. Shout out to Ozell, bro. What's good?
Ozell.
It's not just about the love of the game. It's about dedication and commitment through the process and the patience to endure. There's joy in reaching your goals and peace in knowing you've done all you're supposed to do. Ozell brand. It's not just a brand, it's a lifestyle.
And shout out to Ozell, man, sponsor here at MTMV Sports, man. Definitely love Heat Up by 7. Shout out to him. Appreciate it.
Hey, what's up, Rafik?
What's going on, man? Hey, look. So tell me this. We're gonna talk about NBA culture. Moving into this, we got what the culture of the league is looking like. We had the injuries. We had the number one team go down in the regular season in the Milwaukee. We had just the number of things to me that just absolutely look crazy, right? But let's talk specifically to the culture about people and players who don't have rings. What we're seeing now recently is we talked about this in the chat and pre-show of players who don't have rings are considered bust or considered not good or not great, right? When we talk about players like Dominique Wilkins and Charles Barkley, in their time, it wasn't considered. If you were good, you were good. If you won or not was kind of like put towards your profile, but it wasn't really like put on you as a player, right? So tell me what is it now in NBA culture that says if you don't got no ring, you're not good? This is where Damian Lillard gets a lot of flack, right? Like how good we know he's a solid NBA player and deserves to be in the league and is absolutely doing crazy on the Trailblazers, but he hasn't won a ring. So why is it so heavily discounted now in 2023 than it was in the 80s, 90s, early 2000s? I see your hand waving up. Talk to me.
I was in media today, and there was a question asked to Alexis Morris, and they asked her about her social media and does it distract her? And she said social media can either build you up, but also can bring you down.
Yeah.
So I think that's where it's the biggest difference, because we have all these people on social media talking about how great you are. And then the moment you either do something wrong, they come and they discredit you in the same sentence. So that I feel as though that plays a big part on whether you're a great player or whether or not if you get talked about. You know, how many times have we discussed Damian Lillard and him not having a ring, and if he should leave where he is to go, play for a ring. So I just think, it just depends on the person that's talking about you behind the microphone.
Mm-hmm. Big facts. You tell me how you feel about that, but we'll come to you next.
Let me tell you, man, I remember a time before, shout out to Will, before 2003, and I was watching my then favorite player, Allen Iverson, battle Kobe Bryant in the finals, and he lost. And he left it all out on the court. I don't remember anybody ever bashing Allen Iverson for not having a ring. They call him a great player. They, always the highest praise. When he lost, no one bashed him. In my opinion, it goes to social media, like C said. And then one man came along and got compared to the then GOAT, Michael Jordan. And that's where we're getting, if you don't have this many rings, you're not good. You're not even in the discussion anymore. But Karl Malone's great. So you're telling me that, Karl Malone isn't better than Draymond Green as a player because Draymond got 4 rings? I think it's ridiculous, man. And then it's just looking at it from the other side, you have players who say that they want to win and that they want to be champions.
Yeah.
But you're not you're taking the money instead of wanting to go win. You're taking
That was
the money.
you in our last Would You Rather. You remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, just want to make sure. All right, go ahead.
Damian Lillard, right? But I'm saying I'm gonna tell you up front. I'm gonna
Yeah.
tell you if you offer me $250 million, give me the $250 million, and I'm gonna play. But I'm not gonna expect to win if I'm taking all the resources. But if I'm saying I want to win, I'm gonna get a team a chance to bring in my players, bring in players to play with me. If not, I'm gone. If I'm there for 9 years and you haven't brought anybody in, I'm leaving to win. If I want to win, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I feel it. Will, talk to me, bro.
That man is a walking contradiction.
Contradiction at all. I'm telling you exactly what I want.
So first of all, as a Philadelphia native and a Philadelphia 76ers fan, that's a lie because they bashed Allen Iverson for it after the fact, and he wasn't given grace for taking Tyrone Hill and Eric Snow to the NBA championship. I mean, to the promised land. If we also want to talk about that, the next season when the team came up short because they were what they were, and they practice conversation, he was also shipped out to Denver because he wasn't considered a good teammate because he hadn't taken them to a chip like a Kobe Bryant, which of course we already know Kobe was playing with Shaq. Okay? This conversation about the rings thing in the beginning with LeBron, let's keep it a buck. The whole thing comes up with LeBron, not because LeBron is not a great player. It comes up because he was literally the face of what became the super team. So when it became about the super team, it became about the ring. So when you get on stage and you say 3, 4, 5, 6, and you don't get them, and then you come up short against the Mavericks, and then you ridicule Dirk Nowitzki, because if we want to keep it a buck, everything that they said and did about Dirk Nowitzki, and that's Dwayne Wade included, because he's one of my favorite players, that made Dirk Nowitzki so much better in people's eyes because the way he led that team, and he didn't have stars. So that's when
he not have stars. He had Hall of Famers. But go ahead.
He had Jason Kidd on his last leg, bro.
And then he had Karan Butler averaging 15. He had the sixth man of the year. He had two defensive players.
Let me read the comment from Ulysses. Social media can make or break if you're not mentally tough. For some players, a lot of great players have no rings, but the ones that don't have rings was once there, just lost. AI, Malone, Barkley. Now I will give you that they did get to the promised land. Shout out to Mons. Folks felt like that about KD. He went to the Warriors just to get a ring. Now I definitely understand the argument as well.
Which exactly contradicts what Julius just said.
But he lost 3-1. That doesn't contradict anything.
You said
none of the people we talking about were up 3-1 and joined the team that beat him.
Exactly. That's where I have the problem with KD.
Man.
You just said he had Karan Butler like Karan Butler.
Give me 30 seconds. Go ahead.
15.
Like he had Karan Butler. Karan Butler was not a superstar. Now, the one thing I will say is the age of social media is what has caused it. But if we are being honest, ring culture started because of that, and because whether you like it or not, LeBron fans went above and beyond, and instead of appreciating what both players did, it became, oh, he's better than this, he's better than that. And then facts came out, and then everybody disputed it.
LeBron fans gave their opinion.
Big dog, you pissed the fan LeBron not scoring until the second quarter, so we already know you biased about it. So that don't matter.
Let's end it there. I want to make sure we give a shout out to the 08 Celtics who did it 2 years before LeBron.
Exactly. And the Lakers who did it 7 years before LeBron.
Let's do that. So let's talk to Bradley. I like that. That's a new function. Hey, shout out to the producer, man. Love you, brother. Hey, would you rather back here at the Full 94 at MTMV Sports and what y'all love is what y'all give. It's what y'all coming for. So this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna start out with give me C. Start out with you on this. Would you rather? How are you doing this evening? Are you good?
I'm good.
I'm gonna start off. I'll start off light. Game on the line. Would you rather? 2 free throws from Andre Drummond or a 3-pointer from Marcus Smart? Game on the line.
I'm going to take a 3-pointer from Marcus Smart.
3-pointer from Marcus Smart. Jude, tell me. Which one are you taking, bro?
From Marcus Smart. I'm not putting Andre Drummond on the line. I'm not gambling with my life like that, man.
Hey, Will, talk to me, bro.
Hey, bro, put me back on mute for that stupid question.
I don't even know. Statistically, it is what it is. But move on to the next one. Game on the line. You need a 3 to win. Talk to me. Would you rather Steph or Dame? Drew, start with you.
Damian Lillard.
That's not a bad answer.
Easily, Damian Lillard. Steph 0 for 10 for game time shots at the end of the game, bro. 0 for 10. He the best shooter in the world ever.
Yeah.
I'm taking Damian Lillard game time. Bro.
Get that to me. See.
I'm going with Steph Curry.
Will, talk to him. Who you going with?
Man said Bradley Beal, $250 million. I don't trust him. I'm taking Steph Curry.
Now, I will say
Pay
this.
attention to Julius.
I'll give you this. I'll give you this.
Julius, man.
We're gonna move on to the next one, but I also want to give you a brief moment for why I would choose Dame. Steph himself has always had a better team and has never been put in the situations that Damian Lillard has been put in for end of the game threes. So Damian is proven in that because he's had to. Steph's had a better team, better shooters, overall just been better at what he's done. At what he's doing, so he's never had to put in that situation.
That wasn't the question.
I'm just telling you. I'm telling you why I would choose Dame. I'm telling you why I would choose Dame.
That wasn't
because
the
he's
question.
proven.
Dame
You're gonna
every
like
day,
Julius
twice
right
on
now.
Sunday. Man.
Win the title. People forget. Let me use Ulysses. So
Thank you.
people forget he was offensive player at OSU, but once you get to the league, you have to find a way to stay in the league.
Marcus
I
Smart
give
was
it
a
to you.
superstar in college.
I agree. Would you rather win a title, Pete Kawhi, or Pete KD? Will, talk to me.
PKD.
PKD. That was so easy for you. I don't know if I chose easy. Julius, talk to me, bro.
Say the question again.
You trying to win a title, peak Kawhi or peak KD?
He gonna say peak Bradley Beal.
Give me peak Kawhi, bro.
I like it. I ain't mad at it. C, talk to me. Peak Kawhi, peak KD.
I want Pete Kawhi.
Well, peak Kawhi. Talk to me. Give me a brief reason why you chose Kawhi over KD.
Because he is both great on both ends of the floor, defense and offense.
Easy and right to it. I like it. I like it when it's easy. Pause. Hey, Giannis. Will, I'm gonna come to you. Would you rather Giannis with no dunking or Kyrie with no handles?
Kyrie with no handles because he can still shoot. Giannis no dunking is a mislayup away.
Boy, I knew you were about to say that.
Are we all in agreement? So we're choosing Kyrie.
Erase him off the court, bro.
All in agreement. We're gonna go with Kyrie. With no handles.
Giannis not dunking is a basketball Jones. Stop it.
JD because he's always been able to give you buckets.
Yo, me and you
He's
just
not
have
always been
agreed
able to play
3 for
defense.
3. So y'all all wrong.
He played his best defense with Golden State. So tell me this: built from scratch. Julius, I'm gonna start with you. Built from scratch. Would you rather John Morant or Zion Williamson? And make sure we're taking health out of this because I know that's the first thing.
Are we saying that they're both healthy?
Both of them healthy. John Morant or Zion Williamson? You building a team from scratch.
Zion Williamson.
All right, Will, talk to me.
I gotta take Zion.
Got to take Zion. C, talk to me.
I'm a Duke girl. I'm going with Zion.
Oh, which is crazy to me because of potential when you rings, we would all be right. It's absolutely crazy. I want Zion back on the court, man. Lord Jesus. I really want that man back on the court, man. Hey, check this out. Would you rather, as an NBA fan, Kawhi back with the Spurs or KD back with OKC? Think about it. C, talk to me.
I want KD back with OKC.
I like it. I like that. And Rafiq, that's what I was saying. If you take out the injuries, it's always going to be Zion. Jude, talk to him.
I'm gonna take KD back with OKC, man.
Back with OKC and Will. KD
Kawhi,
back with OKC, Kawhi back in San Antonio.
Imagine Kawhi with the Spurs, a well-oiled machine run by Popovich. That's a dynasty in the making. That's who I'm taking.
I like it.
They're gonna have to fire their whole medical staff before he come back, though.
Hey, chill out, bro.
That's facts, though.
They said with no injuries because they all long right now.
I wish that brother man. I want him healthy.
Built from not built from scratch. We did that one. Give me at their peak. Would you rather CP3 or Darren Williams? Will, I like your head nod. Tell me, would you rather, sir?
I'm taking CP3, Doc. I don't trust Jamal Williams as far as I can throw him. But he played his way out of Utah, got the jersey or wherever he went to, and was
He got hurt in Jersey though.
He was boo boo.
He hurt his foot.
Yeah, he hurt his foot because he was getting crossed over from not playing defense.
Talk to me, Julian.
I'm agreeing, but Darren Williams, he used to be one of my favorite players to watch,
Monster.
man. I agree with CP3 though. I'm taking him.
All right, talk to me.
CP3.
CP3, I like it. All right, for my hoopers out there, see, you didn't hoop, but you hooped for real. So let's talk about it. Air ball a 3 or miss a layup. Look at Julie's face.
Air ball a 3, bro.
Air ball a freaking. How you miss a layup? I can't even make a layup.
Will
air ball a 3-pointer, bro.
I'm a miss the layup because if I miss a layup, I can flop like LeBron and say it was a foul.
Stop it.
If I air ball a 3, I'm gonna look at my hand.
Stop it.
And Kendrick air ball. I'm not mad at that because the layup.
Stop it.
That's bunnies. Those you can't miss.
I'm a Bradley build my way to the top like Julius.
Hey, we got
250 million, bro.
2 left, and we're gonna get out of here. Top guard or forward or dominant center? Would you rather? See, talk to me.
Dominant center.
Dominant center. Would you rather, Julius, top guard or forward or dominant center?
Today, top guard or forward.
Top guard or forward in 2023 NBA. I can understand that. Will, talk to me.
Top guard or forward.
Top guard or forward because of year 2023, correct?
Yeah.
Understood. Last one. And this was just a fun. I just kind of added it. It was
The Fed.
One of those funny ones, just a whatever, right? See, let me. I'm gonna start with you. Would you rather break Kawhi's ankles or dunk on Robert Williams?
Break Kawhi's ankles.
Julius, talk to me. Would you rather break Kawhi's ankles or dunk on Robert Williams?
I'm gonna break Kawhi's ankle, man. Same way AI did Jordan.
Will, tell me how you feel, bro. Would you rather?
I'm gonna dunk on Robert Williams because I want the points. They out here trying to showboat and they still have 4.
I'm in that J though.
I like it.
You want 250 million to be mediocre.
I'm hitting that J all day, brother.
I'm gonna break his ankles with a nice step back all day, baby. Swish.
Absolutely love
it's gonna be all net too. Excuse.
Absolutely love it, man. Look, as always, here is the 494 on MTMV Sports. Another segment of Would You Rather. You know we are out here in these streets. Definitely check us out every Monday, 8:30 p.m. I'm Miles Austin. I am Miles Austin on everything. Sports Talk with C on everything. Check out WNBA media member. Absolutely killing it. Julius, Jew_chasing dreams. You know exactly what it is. And he's Ulysses. I'm glad you put them on a poster. God bless you. It's always fun when you and Wildress agree with each other. Wildress, Mr. Teddy Farrow. Follow him on everything. Full 94 podcast, Instagram, Twitter, IG. We are out here. Make sure y'all follow the movement, follow the team. Get the gear too. MTMVPN.com. Check out the gear. Show that shirt for me, Wildress, real quick.
Can I say hi to Monica McNutt? Hey, Monica.
Check out that 494 podcast gear. Watch out, bro.
Asia.
Make sure y'all come back. Come check us out every Monday, 8:30, 494 here on MTMV Sports.
Hi, Nia.
And all his antics.
I got a lot.
Peace and love. Be easy.
Crazy.